All right, my friends, thanks for stopping by. So, some interesting developments this morning. So, I get up this morning and I'm making coffee, and I peer out my window on the passenger side of the van, and there is a man standing here. Let me see, probably 15 feet from the van. So, what's that? In the middle of this other parking spot. I would say right here. And he is looking at in the window, and when he sees me, he turns about face and he walks away. And I'm thinking, what's going on around here? And I watch him. He walks on down the road here and he walks around the edge of the lake. He was wearing a baby blue shirt. Actually, he was dressed like he was going to play golf. He was wearing a golf shirt, khaki pants, tennis shoes, a hat, and sunglasses. But I am a good reader of body language. He was standing here with his hands on his hips, and the scowl on his face just screamed, "I hate you." But I think I know what's going on. I have been through this before. I'm pretty sure he lives around here, and he can't stand the fact that people come down here and camp. And maybe he's had some problems here. I don't know. But just the anger in his motions, it was startling. It was like, this guy is about to pop off and bust a spring. But just wait, it gets even worse. About an hour and a half later, I was back in the van. I don't know, I was tinkering on something. I can't really remember. But I hear a noise. Here, I'll walk around here and show you. I heard footsteps in this gravel. There's loose gravel here on the pavement. Listen to this. Hear that? So I hear that. I look out of this window, and guess what he's doing? He's standing right here, looking in, hands on his hips, scowl on his face, pissed off look. So I say, "Hey, are you looking for someone?" He turns around. He doesn't say no, kiss my butt, nothing. He turns around and he stomps off this way. He's just a pissed off, angry little man. And he's not a big guy. He's a little skinny guy. So I'm not afraid of him like overpowering me or something. But he could have a gun in his pocket, So that's what concerns me. And one thing I noticed that stood out, he had really strange shoulders. They were really narrow, like a foot wide. It's like he had the weakest little shoulders I've ever seen on a man. So I'm going to call him little, scrawny, weak-shouldered man who's angry at the world. But yeah, that's what it is. I have run into this before, and that's exactly what's going on. He's trying to intimidate me to not stay here. Well, guess what, scrawny little man? I'm here for 2 more nights. So the weather is warm today, but jumping to another topic really quickly. It's overcast, so that's giving me a little shade, and the breeze has been amazing today. Just amazing. Look at the wind blowing across the water there. And it's blowing in this direction. So I'm getting a nice cool breeze. I've been sitting under my gazebo here, listening to music. And I'll probably end up riding around the area on the bike later today and tomorrow. I'm going to get some footage of this area. But I just wanted to tell you about that encounter. So apparently he lives around here somewhere, and he does not like people coming down here and camping. He's one of those who thinks he owns everything. Now, I understand people wanting to look out for their neighborhood. I get that, and I am in favor of that. But when nothing's going on, don't start trouble where there is no trouble. Everything's great here. Look how peaceful it is. But his body language was so strong, you could just feel the hate coming off of him. He was just like oozing with it. And he couldn't stand the fact that I was down here enjoying myself. Scrawny little mean man. Yeah, as long as he don't have a gun in his pocket, we're good. Because somebody who has that much anger built up in him does not need to be carrying a gun around. So I don't know if you noticed on the last video, this looks like a resort over here. Let me zoom in. That's fancy schmancy. Look at all those rooftops over there. Real fancy buildings. Got a lot of nice woodwork and stonework and really expensive rooftops. So that's a resort right over there. And maybe that's where he came from. He's like, we don't want no van dwellers hanging around. But I understand people wanting to look out for their neighborhood. I get it, you know. We used to have to do that in my last neighborhood that I lived in. You know, there'd been some break-ins in the area, so we formed a neighborhood watch and that kind of stuff. But we didn't just walk up to people who's camping in a campground and huff and puff and carry on like that. So let's see. I guess the next video I'll give you some footage of riding around the lake here on the e-bike. And we'll just go ahead and wrap it up for today. Thanks for watching. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.